Number one, a website for sales, not for information. Does your website have the same offer that you're promoting everywhere? You want to have symmetry. If you're promoting 2 weeks for $20 on Facebook, and then you're promoting 4 weeks for $49 on your website, then you have another choice of maybe coming and do a free class. You're creating confusion and you're creating delay. And the truth is, to delay is to deny. I don't want to give choices. I want to give direction. So your offer needs to match everywhere. So is your website set up to do sales? Number two, do you have an offer that you're promoting on Facebook and Instagram? Are you marketing on Facebook? And I don't mean doing a post or even a boosted post. Are you utilizing Ads Manager? And if you're not, heck, we got a whole course for that we can give you for free. In fact, maybe we can drop the link in the comments, Roman, if you don't mind.
Yeah, the course gets unlocked after they book an onboarding call. We unlock that for
Perfect.
them,
All right.
just so there's no confusion and overwhelm.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect. Then let's maybe drop the link to join the school if they need it, unless I guess they're all in there already. So number two, though, is ads on Facebook and Instagram. Number three, are you utilizing your Facebook page, and is it also congruent? Number four, of check or a minus, are you utilizing Facebook groups? Do you have a private group at your academy that is designed to not only maintain this cohesiveness, but more importantly, designed for the new potential client to be allowed in, where they can see that, hey, it is safe, it is clean. These people are my people. They look happy. I see pictures of other parents and their children. We made the right choice. Let's see. Number six, are you doing anything with Google Ads? Are you, again, another source to promote your same offer? Number seven, have you utilized your Google business page completely? Is everything on if you haven't claimed your business on Google, do that. And then make sure that you fill out all of the
Yeah.
questions. Yes.
And I would flip those two
How
in
so?
order of importance. Make
Okay.
sure, because optimizing the Google My Business listing is completely free. So before you spend money on ads, you'd want to make sure that's filled out completely.
Right. On Google Ads.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely correct. I want to make sure everything is completely filled out, because Google also loves consistency. In fact, I would say your Google, Facebook, and Yelp are probably the three most important to make sure that everything is identical. If you have suite 12 on one and number 12 on the other, fix that. In fact, if you want the shortcut, there's a program out there, Yext, that you can use to make sure that it gets listed exactly the same on well over 100 different search engines. It is worth the $49 you will pay to have that done.
And that's Yext, Y-E-X-T?
Yext, that's correct.
Thank you.
So you want to make sure, because see, when Google crawls all of your listings and they see discrepancies, you get pushed further down. Your SEO is not going to be as effective as if everything matches the same. You want it to be consistent everywhere. And then number eight, do you have triple-digit reviews? And are you doing anything to consistently try to get more reviews? If you do a search in Carmichael, California for martial arts, we will come up in the top 3 because all of our stuff matches everywhere. And we consistently share things and we consistently ask for reviews. You could look at some of our other schools here in the area and they might have 20 or 30 reviews. We have probably 130 reviews. If you're the new mom looking for somewhere that's safe and reputable and a good place to go check out for your child, are you going to go the one that has 20 reviews or the one that has 130 reviews? You provide social proof before you even meet. And see, this is the thing that's so important. So first impressions are indelible. You could meet someone, they seem like a really good person. You find out later, maybe they're not such a good person, but man, they sure were nice. I really did like them. And the opposite's true. You meet someone like, man, they're kind of a jerk. And you find out later that they do a lot of good work, but yeah, but they were kind of a jerk. So I want to do everything I can to make the absolute best first impression. So the images that we put online, I'm not going to put a picture of a kid getting round kicked upside the head. Although to my students, that might be cool. That's not who this is for. This is for the prospective student. And what is that mother concerned about? Safety, cleanliness. Heck, are these my people? So what can I do to help convince her that she has found the right place? And the reason why we talk so much about the mom is because 95% or more of the people that you do business with will be the mother. 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with the mom to enroll her child. Now, occasionally the dad shows up, but more often than not, the mother runs the household. So we know that we could spend advertising dollars marketing to everybody online, but that would be we'd get a poor ROI. Our return on investment would not be as strong as if we can target the people that we know are the ones that buy from us most. So yeah, who do we market to? Well, I know my avatar client is the mom between the ages of about 28 and 45 years old, and she has 1, maybe 2 children. That's our avatar. So everything we do is designed to attract her. Now, do we get everything? Sure, you get a little bit of everything, but we're going to spend money where we get the biggest bang for our buck. So again, check or minus, website for sales, not information, ads on Facebook and Instagram, utilizing a Facebook group, utilizing a Facebook page. Is your Google My Business accurate and complete? And are you doing pay-per-click? Are you doing anything on Google? And next is reviews. What are we doing to get reviews? And you can get reviews everywhere, but Google carries the most weight because most people use Google, and those are the ones that Google likes to show. And they will show some others and further down the listings, but those are always primary. Okay. So with that, Susan, how many of those 8 items do you have a check mark, and how many of those 8 items are a minus mark? Can you tell?
I would say it's about half and half.
About 50, about 4 out of 8 are being done.
Yeah. And again, I'm here to help Seafood Joseph. So there are things that I'm not fully apprised of. I'm only there a couple days, hours a day. And but you know, in terms of the website being a sales page, and that could definitely be improved on. And then you mentioned a 2-week trial. We offer a 1-week trial. And why would you suggest a 2-week compared to a 1-week?
Well, how much are you charging for it?
For the trial? It's free.
There's the problem. That's the biggest problem. You're establishing value from the get-go, and the value is nothing. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. It has no value. So number one, the reason why we do 2 weeks, and we have clients all over the country, and the advantage that we have and people that work with us have is that we can try things at scale. For example, if you're signing up, say 10 people a month, and you want to try a different enrollment process, it's going to take you a year to track results on how well it's working based on doing it 100 times. Where between our 4 schools here in town and all the clients we have around the country, we can try something 100 times before the end of this month. And we can know with hard evidence what works and doesn't work and what to roll out and help people grow with. So the 2-week trial has worked best nationwide. It's long enough where people feel like, okay, well, 2 weeks gives me a buffer. I can find out if I really like it, but it's not so long that I feel that I have to use it. Okay. And the $20 is cheap enough where it's not a real big consideration, but it's creates that first transaction because the easiest person to sell to is the one that just bought. So I want to have a financial transaction to kind of grease the wheels and get this thing moving, because when you come in, if I do my job right, we're going to take you through our 7-step enrollment process, where in the course of 60 minutes, you're going to know if you found the right place for you and your child. And if you did, well, we can leverage that 2-week trial for the full value of it, which for us would be $125. We can even match that, saving you $250 by simply enrolling today.
Okay.
So I guess free is the worst trial you could possibly run in terms of conversions. It's a nice thing to do. It just won't help you sign up more people. It will help you sign up fewer people. And then the fact that you haven't had a transaction before they come in makes it a little bit more challenging to do the next transaction. Now, there's 100 ways to skin a cat, but I can tell you what we're telling you right now is what has been proven to work best.
Okay.
A good question, though. That's a great question. I love it. So we got 4 out of 8. Which 4 are missing?
Let's see.
And just while you're looking that up or while you're figuring that out, people go, yeah, but how do I do this? Well, that's where we come in. We teach you, we train you, we help you run a business. Most people in our martial arts community never went to business school, never really learned about how to make money. They just learned how to deliver service, teach martial arts. And it's one of the best services a person could provide. I think it's the best investment any family could possibly make in themselves or their child. However, I'm not a fan of the starving artist mentality. I think you should be treated well, respectfully, and financially. I mean, most of the people that are involved in this as an industry have spent a good portion, if not all of their life, crafting their skill. Why shouldn't you make the money of any doctor or lawyer? I mean, we have as big of an impact in people's lives, or at least I believe we do. I know we do here. And I would imagine anyone on this call would agree with that. But back to you, Susan. 4 out of 8. Which 4 are missing?
Let's see. I'm not sure we did the Google page. And again, I may be mistaken. So,
Sure.
but what I'm not apprised of is the Google page,
Okay.
business page. And then, like the consistency on the Facebook, and the website,
Yeah.
there might be there's room for cleaning that up for sure.
Got it. Now, you guys have a Facebook page, I assume, yes?
Yes.
Do you have a private group that you use as well?
Yes.
Excellent. And are you running ads through Ads Manager on Facebook?
And those are paid ads?
That's correct.
We are not doing that at this point.
Okay. Okay. So we have in the school group that you're a part of, and I believe that Mr. Bautista is in there too. That sounds familiar. We have our Facebook marketing course in there. It is free to anyone that's involved. Utilize it. I mean, even if you only set your budget at $10 a day, for every dollar we spend, we get a minimum $4 back. People, I don't want to waste money. Facebook doesn't work. That just means you're not doing it right. That's all. And we've got a whole course outlined. It is like singing karaoke. Just follow the bouncing ball. We got guys that have had it set up in a day that have barely ever been on a computer in their lives, and they still get it set up the next day. It's great. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Mike, welcome to the call. I see you just jumped on there. That's great. And we've got several folks on here. If you guys have a question, feel free to hammer it out in the chat or unmute yourself and ask away. You'll notice in the chat, Roman did drop the link. If you want some additional help or have a private question you want to ask, click that link and schedule a 15-minute onboarding call. There's no cost for anything. It's just a way for you to get a little bit of help with anything you need help with. Excellent. All right. So in terms of online marketing, yeah, you do need to be spending money. Facebook is a pay to play. Well, heck, any business, that I'm aware of somehow spends money on marketing. Even if you're the hottest restaurant in town, if you're not running ads on Facebook and Instagram, you're probably not reaching as many people. But let's say it's so good, you just have such an enormous word of mouth that you don't have to. Well, that just tells me you're spending money internally. That means that you're doing things to promote your business. And if you're not getting enough new people in your door, you're not doing enough things to promote your business. We teach a 3-pronged approach: online, offline, and inline. And today is all about the online. Michael Tessie, welcome to the call, sir. It's good to see you again.
How you doing?
Doing great. Did you have a specific question or just popping on to say hi?
I wanted to check out that the Facebook course. the I didn't see it in the school community.
Oh, okay. You have to look on, let's see, Roman, what tab is that under?
It's in the classroom tab, and we unlock it for people after they booked a onboarding call.
Which Michael has.
Okay, so I'll hit that right now.
Okay.
It might
Give
be
me one
unlocked.
sec.
I just might have missed it. Yeah,
Here,
'cause,
Click the classroom tab and you should have full access to it. Yeah.
um,
All right. Someone said, Kay said, what do you think is ideal? Does that say time? Do you mean time for, yeah, time for family classes? The ideal time for a family class could be slightly different based on region, but typically 5:30 to 6 o'clock. I've got to it's like any class, really. Prime time is going to be 5 and 6 p.m. or give or take 15 minutes. I've got to do the class at a time where the working mom can be there also, or dad. So like for our schools, classes typically at 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, say Monday, Wednesday. And it might be at 5:15 and 6:15 Tuesday and Thursday, just to create a very slight variation. Some schools do 5:30, 6:30. It kind of, some areas parents do work later, like occasionally, but the 5 to 6 o'clock hours, those are the prime times. And here's the thing about families, and Susan, this might be something you want to take note on too. You could literally double your business by getting parents off their butts. I mean, imagine let's say you have 50 students. Well, you probably have real close to 50 parents. Now, some of them might have 2 or 3 kids, but for the most part, every kid has a parent that's sitting in the lobby or in their car, or maybe had them do a tuck and roll as they drove by slowly. I don't know.
Right.
But every kid you signed up has a parent. Why aren't we doing everything we can to get that parent involved? And this is why family classes are the shortcut. As a matter of fact, let me give you a few reasons why family memberships trump everything else. Number one, families pay more. Number two, families come more consistently. They plan their week to get to class twice a week. Number three, families come less often. Well, that's not good news. Yes, it is. Because the person that comes 6 days a week and suddenly can't is the first one that quits. I want a family to come 2 days a week forever. So they pay more. They come less frequently, but they come way more consistently. What's next? Takes more than one vote to quit. Timmy says, I don't want to go to class. Well, that's where mom's friends are. She's made friends with all the other mommies on the mat. No, we're going to class. So it's harder to quit. In fact, we track the heck out of everything. And most schools across the board nationwide, the average life expectancy of a basic member, a new member, is 4.5 months. They typically last 3 to 6 months. However, a family membership lasts 24 months on average. It's way more bang for your buck. What else? So it lasts longer. Oh, families refer other families. It's not, oh, your kid should do this. It's like, hey, Lucy, we do this. You guys should come check it out too. Bring your kid. And here's the best part of all. It's the shortcut to future staff members. I was on a call early this morning with a gentleman out in, where's he at? Kansas, I think. Anyway, he goes, yeah, it's so frustrating because he caved. Well, I shouldn't say that. He decided to go after school kids, after school pickup. And he's doing pretty good with it. That's fine. But here was his reason. He goes, well, you work with these students, you pour all your heart into it, and you start them off in it. And they start when they're 8, 10, 12 years old, and they train with you all the way till they're in high school. And now they can finally be a good instructor. And then they bounce on you. Okay. So then you never grow because you never have any more instructors. I said, well, why are we trying to turn kids into instructors? Let's turn adults into instructors. I mean, the truth is, if I'm bringing my 8-year-old kid to come be a better person and get all this life knowledge and skill development, I don't want to see a 14-year-old kid as the leader. I want to see a full-fledged grown adult who's got it going on. That's my guy I'm investing in to be a part of my child's life, to be the influence in my child's life. So yeah, there's the ultimate reason for enrolling families. It's a shortcut to future staff members. Here in our schools in Sacramento, Our average age for our staff members, we've got quite a few. Average age is 38.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're adults. They're not afraid to have conversations about money. In fact, they understand money makes the world go round. This is a great program. I've done it with my family. You should do it too. It's a different conversation. You know, Susan, I know you said you're part of it because your granddaughter's in there. Well, I would imagine you'd be real good at helping people get started because you are
Yeah.
speaking from experience.
Right.
The 16-year-old kid, they can't do that. No 16-year-old kid is going to collect a check for $14,000. Our staff will. It's just a whole different deal. All right. I think we'll do, oh, Mr. Cheeseman, good to see you, sir. Again, excellent. Welcome back. So I kind of threw a lot at you. Let's do a quick little round robin and tell me, we'll start with you, Miss Susan. What are you taking away from this delightful conversation today so far?
Definitely gonna work on the SEO and making sure we're consistent in all areas. Also, I will stress the need to invest in those Facebook ads. And maybe I already said this, but making sure we're consistent in all platforms, and
Yeah.
also, making sure we're seeing if we've got that Google business presence.
Right, right. You know, and it's important. People think, oh, well, this is a lot of stuff I'm not really good at. It's not my thing. I don't enjoy it. Well, then hire someone else to do it. I'm okay with that too. But it's got to get done. You know, we use a triangle model, and at the top is the martial art that you teach, whatever you do on the workout floor. And that's great. Whatever you do, you do. I'm going to assume it's being done really well. But then you have this other corner over here, which is operations and procedures. What are we doing with that? And is it an easy format everyone can follow? Can you train staff? And then we have this other corner that we're talking about today, and that's marketing and sales. What are we doing about that? And are we doing it consistently? And more importantly, are we doing it effectively where we can measure the result of each dollar spent to ensure our success? And a lot of times people don't even know how to do that, so they stay away from it. But the problem is, if you're not operating all 3 points on that triangle equally, you're never going to make it. Now, you might survive, but you're not going to make it. There's a big difference. I always jokingly say as karate guys, we're like cockroaches. You could drop a nuclear bomb on us and we'd still have everybody line up the next day. We just don't quit. We are eternally optimistic. And I love that. However, there's a big difference between surviving and thriving. And I think there's too many people in our business that are simply surviving. And for all the good work that we do and the energy we put into it and the commitment and dedication that we give, it got to be a better example of the rewards that can be had for doing good work. You know, I know that I can attract people that want to I know I can attract the right people because of my example. You know, if you're a broke down karate guy or girl, and you're driving some jalopy car and living in a hovel or a shack, no parent wants their kid to be like you. You know that. And I remember years and years ago, I had a mom one time say, yeah, you should get your kid in the instructor training program. She goes, oh no, my kid's going to get a good job. And I thought, whoa, that hurt. That stung. I thought, okay, we got to fix this. So it doesn't have anything to do with taking away from the martial art you teach. That's one component. Again, I'm going to assume it's being done really well, or else you wouldn't be here. Now let's fix the rest of this triangle and help the money show up. So yeah, good takeaway, Miss Susan. Mr. Cheese, well, I know you just got here. Roman, will you drop the link in one more time for the onboarding call? If you guys schedule a 15-minute onboarding call, there's no cost, there's no obligation. It's just a kind of a get to know you call to see to help point you in the right direction. We have some dynamite free resources. We have a ton of clients that work with us to really just pour an accelerant on their success. But the truth is there's certain things that just work. And we give you the tools. And if you want help learning how to use them better, we're here for you. Mike, did you have any questions or takeaways you'd like to share? or K? All right. Well, if there's no more questions, I guess we'll call it a wrap. But those are the 8 things for your online marketing you need to make sure that you have accurately in place. And
Could you
again,
just list the 8 again, please? Just so I was taking
yes,
lots
ma'am.
of notes.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am. Here we go.
All
Is
right.
your make sure that your website is designed to get information and drive sales, not give information. Now, you can have something for your students if you like, but your main website you use and your marketing needs to be designed to attract and convert new students. Number 2, running ads on Facebook and Instagram. That's probably the singularly most important. And people think, well, I don't have the money for that. The neat thing about Facebook is you can get your ads up and running for $10 a day. Now, the reason why I say per day is because that's literally how it works. You set a daily budget. And if after 3 days it ain't working, turn it off, fix it. There's something you missed in the training. But for $30, you'll get leads. And, we've got clients that have generated 60 leads in their first few weeks just by implementing the marketing training that we have in our portal. Okay, good. Mike is setting up his onboarding call now. Excellent. I look forward to meeting with you. It's going to be fun. But yeah, you need, there's 3.2 billion people on Facebook. Your audience is right there. It's to not be on there is the equivalent of 25 years ago not putting an ad in the yellow pages. You cannot afford not to. You have to, because that's where the people go to get their information. And if they can't find you, doesn't matter how good you are, they'll never know. So number 3 was Facebook groups. You need to utilize a private group, and that is there to help them peek behind the curtain and see who you are and what you're all about before they ever come in. We call it warming the audience.
Oh, you do that for, excuse me, I'm sorry, Facebook groups you do for leads? Because ours we do for our, once they're converted and they become a member of the dojo, then we have a group that communicates.
Okay, so we use our private group a little more efficiently. We use it to communicate with our members. However, we also ensure that we use it to help introduce us to our potential new members. So for example, if you were to call in, we're going to take you through a phone dialogue that helps you realize that this is even better than you thought. And part of this is we're going to allow you to be a part of our private group on Facebook, where you can kind of peek behind the curtain and get a sneak peek at what you get to expect when you come in. Everyone wants to know the secrets. So in this private, I'm going to allow you access to our private group straight away so that you can scroll through there and realize, oh, these are my people. They do look happy. Look at this proud looking mother. Oh yeah, maybe I am making a good choice. It does look safe. It does look clean. It does look fun. And then when they walk into your academy, they're not walking in to see what it is. They're walking in to confirm that it's just like they saw online already.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, my pleasure. All right. So the group, your Facebook page, is a more toned down version of the same. But again, you want congruency also for Google, because the next thing is you want to make sure that your Google listing is complete, thoroughly complete. That way you can add, if you choose to, Google ads, pay per click. And those run differently than Facebook because you only pay for what gets used. And again, you can set your budget at whatever you want. And then what are we doing to continually have a steady flow of new reviews being added to Google? And you can add them to Yelp and Facebook as well, but Google's the driving force there. If you don't have triple-digit reviews, let's get to work. Let us help you get that fixed.
Got it.
Okay, excellent.
All right.
Excellent. Now, ma'am, Ms. Kells, what I would recommend is talk to Joseph Batista and say, hey, I was on this call with these guys, and tell them whatever you feel you need to tell them, and invite him to jump on that call, maybe the 3 of us, the 4 of us.
Yeah.
And because he is the guy in charge, it is his business. And as much as you want to help, he needs to have a full understanding so he can, again, congruency. Everyone's gonna be on the same page.
Right. And he'll fill in some blanks that I just don't have that information. Unfortunately,
Absolutely.
I had a conflict today, so he couldn't attend. But yeah,
Got it.
definitely I will be scheduling an onboarding, and I will when I go in today, I'll bring that up to him and see if we can't schedule a time when we can all meet.
Yeah, because people think, well, I don't need any help. Well, that's true. Experience is the best teacher. The problem is it takes the longest and it ends up costing the most. I've always been of the opinion I don't need to reinvent the wheel. Let me just find what works and do that. And one of the things Mr. Mertens and I did some decade ago now is we looked at what if we just broke all the things that we've believed you need to do to run a martial arts business, and we rebuilt it where it actually makes sense as a business delivering martial arts. And the rest is history. I mean, if you take what you typically do in a martial arts school as a business and were to explain it to an investor, they would laugh. They're like, yeah, it's not a business. Sorry. Okay. So, but there is a way to run it as a business that is very profitable, very rewarding, and still delivers whatever you want to do on the workout floor. So there we go. All right. So Roman made the list up here in the chat. If anyone wants to grab that, copy paste.
Got it.
1, 2, 3. And Mike, I look forward to doing your onboarding call. And Susan, I look forward to meeting with you and Mr. Batista. And anyone else that wants to grab a spot on the calendar before it's filled up, go ahead and click that link and let's get to it. I think if no one has any additional questions, we'll go ahead and sign off for today and wish everyone the best and much success. And heck, get out there, make a difference in the world. And martial arts is, I'll say it again, martial arts is the best thing that anyone could ever invest in for themselves and or their children. I mean, I believe it wholeheartedly. So with that, everyone have a wonderful day and we'll talk soon. Bye.